Sundays. Do a few for Sundays, then we'll go and do Mondays. If you don't mind just introducing yourself so Roberto knows who you are.
Hi.
A defeat, but your side went toe to toe with one of the best clubs in England. You must be really proud after doing the exact same last week against Liverpool.
Yes, it was a very good game. My player has been fantastic, I think, and I think the result is not fair. We had many opportunities to score. Okay, not clear, not very clear, but I'm sorry for this, no, because the result is not right. It's not fair. But I don't want to speak about Tottenham. I'm not speaking about the Tottenham is not very good game, but Brighton was very. The player of Brighton were fantastic for me.
It was a very emotional game from Tottenham's perspective with what happened to their fitness coach. Did you share a word with Antonio over giving condolences perhaps after what had happened to them?
Fatto le condoglianze ad Antonio perché è stata una questione molto emotiva per Tottenham, è stato 2 giorni con la perdita del
Sì. Adesso io parlo in italiano perché così sono più chiaro.
Yeah, I speak in Italian because I want to be much clear.
Se parliamo di calcio parlo della partita, ma
Of course, if we talk about football, I have to talk about the game.
c'è la morte di Giampiero Ventrone è qualcosa che è più importante del calcio.
But the loss of Giampiero Ventrone is much more important
Noi
than
siamo
football.
molto tristi per lui, per la sua famiglia, per il Tottenham, per Antonio, per il suo staff.
We are all very sad for him, for his family, for Antonio, for the club, for everything.
Chiaramente gli ho fatto le condoglianze.
I made my condolences.
Non è stato facile neanche per me i primi minuti della partita.
Also for me was very hard in the first minutes of the game,
Dopo il minuto di raccoglimento.
after the minute of silence.
E quindi faccio ancora una volta le condoglianze a lui.
And then once more my condolences.
Did you know Giampiero in your time playing football?
Sì, l'ho conosciuto, era amico di tanti collaboratori del mio staff.
Yes, I knew him because he was a friend of many of my assistants.
Ventrone è stato un punto di riferimento per i preparatori atletici italiani per tanti anni.
Ventrone for a lot of years was a reference for all the other Italian physical trainers.
Ha cambiato lo stile di allenamento, la visione dell'allenamento per tutti.
He has changed the vision of the training for everyone.
Però al di là dell'aspetto lavorativo proprio dispiace per la persona, no?
But apart from we are talking about, the working perspective, of course, it's a very big loss for a human.
Per questo chiariscilo bene. Io sto parlando della partita, che il risultato non è giusto.
I want to clarify one thing that I'm talking about, that the result of the game has been not fair.
E può essere visto anche come una mancanza di rispetto, no? Perché so che Antonio non ha parlato della partita.
And it couldn't be seen that it's lack of respect, because I know that Antonio didn't talk about the game.
Quindi mi trovo in difficoltà
So
anch'io in
of course
questo, no?
I'm not, in a very comfortable situation about that.
But if you ask me about the game, I have to answer about the game.
So you played really well, and from the midway through the first half to the end, to be honest. But Mitoma lifted the team even more when you.
Do you like Mitoma, eh?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Mitoma is very good player. in Liverpool played. Maybe he and Mitoma and Lallana changed the game in Liverpool, and today the same. I want to find the way to put on the pitch all player who have more quality, no? But it's possible to play only 11.
I mean, what does he need to be sort of like impress you even more?
No. A great guy, a great player. In the future, we can change position. We can change not style, but position on the pitch. And but it's difficult to find the best solution, because Trossard is another very good player. Gross the same. March the same. Mitoma in Liverpool and today played in winger, left winger, and March lateral back. No, maybe can be this one the solution. I don't know at the moment.
Any more for Sunday?
Do you feel you deserved more from your performance today?
Di poter dire che meritavi di più in base alla tua performance.
Yes, I think yes. I told you now the result for me is not fair. But the football in Italy is the same. I lost other games in this kind a lot.
You encouraged by the performance of in your first home game, or were you kind of?
Sei comunque incoraggiato, no, dalla performance che c'è stata.
Yes. I told with my player, and I told them, okay, I understand they can be sad, but the same moment they have to be happy for the style of play, for the courage, for the braveness, because it was a very good game.
Anyone for Mondays?
Adesso sulle domande.
If you play in this style, this courage, the result will arrive 100%. Anyway, I know only this way. Other way, I don't know.
Jack, do you want to kick?
Your own words, what your irritation today was with Stellini as he just started before the match.
Puoi spiegare con le tue parole qual era la tua
But I'm used always to respecting everyone inside of the pitch and outside of the pitch, and I don't like when the people don't respect me. But there are normal situations in football, and stop.
What was it specifically that?
It's personal things, no?
Was it something that he said in his press conference?
No. I always respect everyone, especially the coaches. And I can't answer. I can answer for me, not for him.
So do you feel he didn't respect you, doesn't respect you?
Hai la sensazione quindi che sia stato lui a non rispettare te?
Yes.
You do. Why? What?
Yes, it's a personal situation, and I told him what was my opinion, my idea. Not bad words, not nothing, only my opinion.
What did you make of the game overall? I mean, there was 2 goals disallowed against your side and a couple of penalty decisions as well, which felt they could have gone for you.
In generale sono stati 2 gol annullati e delle decisioni che sono andate contro la squadra.
Yes, the red card started born for this situation because I never say nothing to the referee during the game. I didn't put any pressure for the referee, and I don't like when the other bench put pressure to the referee. But we have to help the referee, not to put more pressure in this stadium, in this atmosphere.
Roberto, are you concerned at all about your disciplinary record? You've had quite a few cards now, you've had 2 bans. Are you worried that that will affect your team's performance?
Da un punto di vista di cronologia, di cartellini rossi che ha preso quest'anno.
Yes, I'm sorry, but my career was the first time so many red card. If you control my career, you can't find so many red card. I think we played 2 games with me on stand, and we won both game. And I think there is a problem, and I think when I was in a dressing room, there was a clear penalty of Mitoma, but
Why do you think you're having these issues now? You're saying it's not happened before. What's
Perché
happening now?
pensi che tu abbia in questo momento questi problemi con i cartellini rossi, perché ci dici che prima non ce l'hai mai?
I don't know. Maybe I changed the league, and I have to change habits. No, I don't know.
Do you know yet whether you will be able to be on the bench for the FA Cup semi-final?
Sai già se sarai in grado, no, di sederti per
I don't know.
finale di FA Cup?
Are you worried about that?
Sì,
But I think I didn't deserve the red card. But I have to accept the decision.
And when you say you might have to change how you are, do you think you can? Because you're obviously an emotional
quando
man.
ci dici che forse devi cambiare le tue abitudini, vuol dire che allora hai il modo di cambiare te stesso, ce la puoi fare.
I can change my passion. I can change my animated way to stay on the bench. But I will try to stay in my place, to stay in my bench. I will try to change something.
Roberto, what did the referee told you when he sent you off on the red card?
Nothing.
Nothing. He was
Red card and
red card. And there was tension, of course, between the 2 benches, but there was any episode you think that may have started, the
C'è stato ovviamente uno scontro tra le due panchine, ma c'è stato un episodio specifico.
No.
Questo.
Una protesta della panchina avversaria.
The complaint made by the opposite bench. Yeah.
Because you can't find one situation from my bench where I spoke with the referee to contestare,
To complain.
some decision, and I think I could say something today, no, because 10 question and nothing for the penalty of Mitoma, nothing of the goal of Welbeck, and I'm sorry also for this.
I'm not trying to very complicated. Do you think that the 4th place is still, is still in your reach? After this?
Pensi che il quarto posto sia ancora raggiungibile?
It's difficult. I spoke with the players at the end of the game. We had a high target, and and Manchester United, Newcastle, Tottenham. We know they are a very big team. We will try, but now is very difficult to achieve in Champions League. But for sure, we are very proud for the performance. We played a great game. I think we deserve to win, not to draw, but win. And we are disappointed for the result, not for the quality of play. We can't forget we are Brighton, and we were playing in Tottenham Stadium against Tottenham.
Christian Stellini told us that he respects all the managers and that he has, in his opinion, he has no problem with you going forwards. Do you have a problem with him going forwards, or will this be forgotten after today?
Cristian Stellini ha detto che lui rispetta tutti gli allenatori e non ha nessun problema personale con te, quindi pensa che
I told him what is my opinion, and I don't want to explain nothing more.
Should we take some Monday questions? Brian, do you want to kick us off?
Roberto, you just mentioned their pride. In terms of your players, what reaction do you expect from them in terms of pride in their performance and a sense of injustice? How can they harness both?
come pensi che loro possano reggere i giocatori hanno un senso di ingiustizia.
Did you get to enjoy much of Christmas, Roberto?
Com'è stato il tuo Natale? Ti sei
Thinking and talking about football, about the next game, because we have a very tough game, especially tomorrow, and we want to compete in the best way we can.
In terms of injury news, I know we start every press conference talking about them. Karu Mitoma, how is he doing after Palace?
Look, tomorrow we have more or less 10 injured players. 10, maybe less, maybe 8, but 2 players, they can start the game. But Mitoma is one of them. We lost Kariu for around 6 weeks, 4, 5, 6 weeks, yes.
So will he go to the Asian Cup with Japan?
I think no, but I don't know.
We've seen some video footage of Purvis of Stupinian training, though. Is he close to returning?
Yes, he's available to come on the bench.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Your interview after the Palace game about following club policy and working with young players. When you were talking about that, were you making a point that players that are young will have ups and downs and that they need to learn from mistakes? Because some fans maybe looked at it as like it could be a complaint, but you've always talked about...
Yes, but you have to respect myself. I love speaking honestly, and I can't say nothing of there isn't in my head. I'm honest always, and I said my truth. I said what I think, what is the truth. But I love working in this club with this policy, and until I enjoy, I accept to working like this is a honor for me, and nothing change. But if you ask me any question, I usually answer with the truth, my truth, but I don't love speaking different way.
In terms of the 3 to 4 players that you said you'd like in the transfer window, would those players be experienced, ready to come straight into the team?
I don't know. This question is better if you ask of the club, of sporting director or owner or the CEO of the club. I have a clear idea, but now the focus is on the next game. Because without these injuries players, we don't change our ambitions. We are going to play to win every game. We are going to win in the next games in Europe League. Nothing changed in terms of ambition, in terms of motivation, or nothing. But the real situation is like this.
Just finally from me, the Tottenham game tomorrow looks like it could be a lot of fun. Two teams who like to attack. Ange Postecoglou today has said that he admires what you're doing here and says that you're a man who obviously likes to do things differently. Has he been the same over at Spurs maybe?
But I have to say the same. I like him so much as a coach, as a style of play, as a person, because when he speaks in press conference or the interview, I like him a lot. Yeah.
Roberto, do you feel you've both encountered as two clubs the same kind of emotions this year with injuries and trying to get your best team out on the field as much as you can?
Pensi che appunto quest'anno è stata falcidiata dagli infortuni, sia un'annata in cui sta cercando
No,
meglio?
I'm very happy because I'm working a lot. I'm working much than last season, and I'm improving a lot because when there are many problems, a lot of problems, you have to work better and harder. And so I'm changing something on the pitch. I have to think better and in different way because I have to respect the characteristic of the players and I have to find the balance with the ball, without the ball, with the play in defensive space, in pressure, in build up, keeping the idea because I can't change my idea. I can't change my DNA, but without 10 players, 8 players, you have to change something, to find different solution, to find different tactical disposition, to keeping the idea, the style, the main sense of our idea.
And you mentioned changes there, just going back to what Richard said about younger players. Have you had to almost change your approach to man management with these younger players? Maybe something you haven't experienced before?
Visto che hai molto a che fare con I giovani rispetto alle esperienze precedenti.
No, because I can't change my approach or my character, my attitude, my passion. I'm lucky because we have a great academy. Brighton Academy is great, incredible, and we are lucky because tomorrow we can bring 3-4 players of them, and we can compete in the same way. And I don't want to listen problems. The problems we have to transform the problems into opportunities.
In the areas that you have been able to rotate.
How we are doing, because we are doing like this.
Yeah. And in the areas you have been able to rotate, I think of the goalkeepers, without the European football in between Premier League games, will anything change maybe with how you use your goalkeepers now as you look for that clean sheet?
I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Because I have 2 great goalkeepers. I don't want to lose one of them Maybe Jason still is better in build-up at the moment, but Verbruggen is smart guy, is improving a lot in this, but Jason is a fenomeno in questo, is a phenomenon in build-up, but Bart is better in different situation than Jason, and for it we have a great goalkeeper coaches, and with them we decide the best solution. Sometimes can happen, they can make mistakes, but it's not a problem, the mistake.
Roberto, just to come back to Carew, is it his ankle? What was
Yeah,
the actual?
yeah.
And is it ligament?
Yes, but this a lot of injuries this season. A lot of injury were for unlucky, because March, Pervis Tupanian, Inciso, the last one, Carew Mitoma. They are not muscular injuries, and for it, but we are paying maybe the season, no? The playing every week, three times, and maybe we could suffer it.
What about the rest of the squad? You have creativity with other players, even if he's not available, with Facundo, with Danny Welbeck coming back. You have that creativity in the squad, do you think?
Oh, I must do it. No, I would like to play with the complete squad, but football, Tottenham played a lot of games without 8-7 players, and I never listen Postecoglou cry. No, it's football, and we have to accept. And I think we can compete in the same way. Maybe on the bench we have not the same quality with a complete squad, but we have maybe more energy with young players, maybe with Jakob Moder. He didn't play for 1 year, and he can show energy, can show attitude, different attitude, yeah.
Tottenham have also lost Harry Kane, who scored the winner last season twice against Albion. How impressed have you been with how they coped without him?
But they play a great football. Their style is clear. I love their style. They have great players. And in terms of courage, personality on the pitch, they are one of the best team in this moment in Premier League in Europe.
And just finally, it's the last game of the year. How do you look back on 2023 and your time at the club, and as a year, calendar year?
Questa è l'ultima partita del 2024, quando ti guardi indietro su questo 2023, com'è stato questo anno?
I love guardare avanti, looking forward, and in my focus there are Spurs. No, forward, yes. Back after when I finish to be a coach,
It's a long time ago.
no, I think no.
No?
No, because it's very tough. After 10 years like this is tough.
Thank you.
So to follow that,
Yes, sorry.
Roberto, was that the perfect way to end the year?
È stato un modo perfetto, no, per finire l'anno.
Yes, I think it was the best way to finish the year. I'm really proud for the last 10 minutes, not for the first 80 minutes, because it's too easy, no? Speaking about the first 80 minutes, but I'm really proud for the last 10 minutes when we were suffering a lot, when we made the mistake in the first goal we conceded, because we have to accept, because to know where we want to go, we have to know who we are, and we played a great game because we showed incredible courage to defend man to man 90 minutes and to play with that courage, that quality, that style, technologies. And for it, I'm sorry because we conceded 2 goals. I'm sorry because we have not a clean sheet, but we have to accept because we are Brighton, and Brighton can play 80 minutes like the first part of the game, and the same Brighton can suffer a lot as a last 10 minutes.
There were some great moments in the game, but what about the Estupiñán goal? It was incredible.
Yes, incredible goal, but the most important thing about Estupiñán is we recovered an important player because we are losing a lot of players on injuries, and we need anyone more because we can't play in 9 players.
Just finally, João Pedro, now 13 goals for the season in all football, 2 goals tonight and an assist. How important is he now to you?
The best player on the pitch, I think. Today he played another incredible game. I'm really pleased for his improvement on mentality, on attitude, in defensive phase. Incredible because he defended 90 minutes like a centre back in terms of mentality, and for it he's becoming, I think, a top player. I hope in the next year to work with him, but I think it will be very tough.
Done?
Sei orgoglioso a livello tattico senza tutti i giocatori che avevi di aver comunque trovato.
But I think I'm a good coach, but not to explain this performance. I can explain this performance speaking about the quality of my players, the quality as people, and the quality as a players. Fantastic players. I'm really lucky to be their coach.
Robert, you just confirmed Kaor's injury takes 4 to 6 weeks to heal, but just it's 4 weeks. He may be able to play for tournament stage of the Asian Cup. Do you think that's possible?
I don't know because I hope can be less than 4, but the medical staff told me 4-6 weeks, and I working for Brighton, not for Japan. I can't say nothing for Japan. I hope for you. If Karyu can play in Asian Cup, but I don't know.
Hi Roberto. Would I be right in thinking that the plan wasn't to play Purvis for 45 minutes? Was Igor injured? Or was that always the plan?
No. Igor and Facundo Buonanotte, they suffered the injury. I don't know if for the next game in West Ham Stadium, but Igor couldn't play in the second half.
Do you know the nature of those? What parts of the
Tendon. Tendon.
And Facundo as well?
Facundo, muscular problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you just explain what your thinking was in dealing with having no wingers once you'd lost Mitoma and Adunga and adjusting to that? You played James Milner wide left, didn't you? And João Pedro and Facundo seemed to have quite free roles.
Yeah. No, we played with three at the back, two central midfielder, two no winger but midfielder, two lateral midfielder, Jack Indeswood and James Milner, and two players behind Danny Welbeck. We changed everything because we need something different. I said yesterday in press conference I'm enjoying a lot and I have to be proud because I'm working harder than the first part of the season, because now we have to find different solution, and finding different solution we need to work harder and to think better and more, and take some risk, because sometimes it's difficult to prepare one game in different way in 2 days. And for it I said I'm very lucky to be the coach of Brighton, of these players.
Thank you.